Welcome back, friends. We're so happy to welcome our friends Tina Pham Morgan with the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools and Stephanie Young, principal at Hickory Hills K-12. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Good morning. Thank you. First of all, thank you for all you do for our kids, first of all.
Absolutely.
So important. I've heard they are the future. I've heard that.
They are.
Yes. So give us a rundown. What's happening? What are you guys here to talk about today?
So today is the Foundation's 24-hour online fundraiser called Give SPS Day, where all proceeds will go to support back-to-school grants, which is essentially our opportunity for educators to tell us what their dreams are. If money isn't an issue, what are some things you want to implement with your kiddos? And so they are able to think outside the box, within the box, whatever they want to do, and then we work really hard throughout the summer to fund as many of those grants that we can.
Oh, okay. So I'm just curious now that you said that. What has been maybe some past wishes and desires from teachers?
So it ranges from a lot of things, from STEM initiatives to general classroom projects. And one of the biggest things that we funded here recently was active classrooms, which Stephanie has been a benefactor of that. So Stephanie will be able to share a little bit more about that. And it's a great program that I wish that I would have had in school, because you see the incredible things that it does for kiddos and gets them ready to learn.
So could you speak to that?
Absolutely. The Active Classrooms grant that I've received purchased items for our teachers to implement in the classroom to get students up and moving. We may have at one time referred to them as brain breaks, but now what we're really knowing is that it's not just a brain break, it's not a break from the work, it's actually doing the work of getting your brain ready to do the work of the classroom. And so there are a lot of opportunities for our teachers to use, for example, pool noodles in their classrooms, and they're cut into small little segments, but then they can play videos and have the students clapping with them to the beat, and they can use them to help cross the midline, because we know that crossing the midline helps to develop neural pathways for our youngest learners. Teachers use them also for things like counting by twos, counting by fives, skip counting, things like that. So they're integrating them into not only opportunities to get the brain ready to learn, but also actual academic tasks themselves.
That's amazing, because I learned about a brain break when I was already in the workforce. They're like, yeah, give yourself that 20-minute break. I'm like, why weren't we taught this earlier? But also the active, learning from a book and pen and paper, yes, that's old school ways. So getting kids involved and active and moving, I feel like that's just so much more enriching.
Absolutely, and we know that our students are exposed to more screen time now than ever before, and we have fewer and fewer students who are engaging in organized sports or fun sports, or even just going out in their backyards and playing for fun, right? And a lot of that has been replaced by screen time. And so this is our opportunity to get students up and moving in the classroom so that they have a chance to really activate their brains, get the wiggles out, of course, that's a great one, but to really activate their brains and get them ready for their learning for the day or for different segments of the class. I think the other thing to know about this that's really amazing is we're not talking about 15, 20, 30 minutes of this taking place in the classroom. These are quick snippets that last 90 seconds or 2 minutes. And so we're not taking up significant amounts of instructional time. We're actually preparing their brains to learn so that when the learning is taking place, they're actually taking in more information.
Oh, wow. I wish I had that.
Same.
That's what I'm thinking about. And I love, as we progress as society, we're finding different ways to educate, because not everybody learns the same.
That is true. Not everybody learns through the book and the pen and the paper, and we know that that's important for all students to learn through all modes, right? But some students excel in some ways and others excel in other ways, and so we want to be sure that we're working hard to meet the needs of all the learners in our classroom, and this is one of the ways that we could really work to meet the needs of our students who need just that little extra movement in their day to ensure that they can focus when the time is right.
Oh, we're looking at some great photos here too. Look at this, how exciting.
Yeah, so that was Grant Delivery Day last year. So one of the great things about the Back to School Grant Program is our educators do not know if they are receiving funding until Grant Delivery Day.
Oh my gosh.
So we get volunteers from across the community to come and join us and deliver grants to almost every site within Springfield Public Schools. And we just knock on their door on a Friday and say, surprise!
It's Friday.
Yeah.
What a great surprise, and to kick off the school year.
Absolutely.
Now, do you guys have a goal for this year, a monetary goal that you're trying to reach or break? Or
we would love to raise another $10,000 to fund grants, because we receive almost $500,000 worth of requests from our educators, so we want to fund as many of those as possible. And some of our community partners are really going to help us make that happen this year by being Power Hour sponsors. So throughout the day, follow us on social media, see who's going to be a Power Hour sponsor to turn your donation into a double match instantly. So $5, $10 instantly.
And how do people donate?
They visit our website, supportsps.org, click on the donate button at the very top, and just enter the amount that's right for you. If it's $5, it's $5. If it's $500, $500. Every little bit counts to support our educators.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Wow.
And you can do it right from, literally, from your phone.
Right
I can
from
do it
your
right
phone.
now.
Yes.
So you're making it super easy for everyone and accessible.
Absolutely. And if they need assistance, call our office, and we're happy to help make that happen for you.
Are you excited to surprise more people this year?
We are. We're looking at some numbers, and it's going to be a great year again. But of course, we will still have grants that will need funding. So even after grant delivery day, if anybody is interested in supporting our classrooms, there's always still opportunities.
Awesome.
Ladies,
thank you guys
thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thank you.
How exciting. Tell the kids we said hi to.
Get on your computers, call the number. We'll be back with lots more fun on Ozarks Fox AM after this.